Hello, good morning friends. Myself Dr. Nanda Kumar Lakshman Kadam, Head Department of Accountancy, Jaisingpur College, Jaisingpur. Friends, we are discussing about the marginal costing and CVP analysis. In the first part, we have discussed the marginal costing. Now, in this session, we will discuss cost volume profit analysis. That is called as CVP analysis. It is also called as break-even analysis. This break-even analysis or CVP analysis is just a logical extension of the marginal costing. Here you can see that cost, volume and profit are interrelated. Cost, volume and profit are interrelated. As the cost increases, profit decreases. As the volume increases, profit increases. Okay? It means that cost, volume and profit are interrelated, are closely associated with. So here we will try to understand what will be the effect of increase in the volume of output on cost and profit. This is cost, volume, profit analysis. It examines the relationship of cost, profit and volume. It expresses the effect of change in level of output on sales as well as on profit and cost. Okay? It means there is a perfect positive relation between the volume and profit. It means volume increases, profit increases. And the opposite relation between the cost and volume. Okay? It means volume when you increase the volume, the cost per unit decreases. Here the cost means cost per unit decreases. In analysis, CVP analysis is the technique which helps to calculate break-even point. It means it is limited to the calculation of break-even point. But nowadays we can use it for further necessities, for further essentials. That is calculation of or determination of actual profit or projected profit or estimated profit or total cost or per unit cost, whatever it may be, we can calculate, we can estimate, we can determine with the help of this cost, volume, profit analysis. I repeat, here we will just study what will the effect of volume of output on the cost and profit. Okay? There are two methods of calculation. There are two methods of CVP analysis. One is algebraic calculations that we have seen in the first part. When we calculate algebraically by using digits, numbers, the break-even point or the PV ratio, contribution and all these margin of safety. When we make by using formulas and calculations, that is called as algebraic calculations method. And the second method is graphical method. When we put all these data means data related to the sales, data related to the total cost, data related to the fixed cost, variable cost, profit, all these, when we put on the graph paper, it is called as graphical representations. Okay? It means in algebraic calculations we use formulae for calculation of contribution, PV ratio, margin of safety, break-even point, whatever it may be. Okay? But in the graphical representation we use graph paper and we plot, we put the cost and sales and profit, all these on the graph paper. Okay? This is graphical representation. There are three methods of presentation by graphical method. This is first one. Here you can see that on y-axis amount is shown, on units, on x-axis units are shown. Okay, the total sales line, this is total sales line, then total cost line. Okay, fixed cost line. You will find here that the angle formed by intersecting the sales line and total cost line. This is the point. This point is break-even point. The break-even point is the point where the total cost line intersects to the total sales line, and the angle is called as angle of incidence. The angle formed by sales line and total cost line at the break-even point. The angle formed by sales line and total cost line at the break-even point, it is called as angle of incidence. The area after the break-even point, this total area between the sales line and total cost line is a profit area. That you can say it as margin of safety. And the area below the break-even point, it means fixed cost and sales. This area is loss area. This area is loss area. So after break-even point, there is a profit area, and before break-even point, there is a loss area. This is fixed cost line. As the fixed cost remains same, it is drawn parallel to the x-axis. Fixed cost remains same, so the line is drawn parallel to the x-axis. This is fixed cost. This is angle of incidence. This is total cost line, and this is sales price. Okay. And by using, we can calculate here the profit area or margin of safety. Even we can calculate here the break-even point by drawing perpendicular on x-axis. You can get the break-even units, and by drawing perpendicular to the y-axis, on the y-axis, you can get amount of break-even point. Okay. This is first method of presentation or biographical method. Next, just the form is changed. Instead of showing fixed cost first, the fixed cost is shown after the variable cost. This is the fixed cost and this is the variable cost. All other information is same. Okay. This is angle of incidence. Okay. This is profit area between the sales line and total cost line. This is loss area between the fixed cost and sales line. Okay. So just we have presented the same graph by different method. Different method in the sense, first we have shown variable cost and then we have shown fixed cost. In the previous method, first we have shown the fixed cost and then variable cost. Only the method of presentation is changed. The next method is contribution line. Here instead of drawing total cost line, here contribution line is drawn. And the area between the contribution line and the fixed cost line, this is the profit area. This is the profit and this is the loss area. Okay. So instead of drawing sales line and total cost line, here we will draw sales line and contribution line. All other items are same. Okay. One more point that to be considered while calculating the PV ratio or any ratio or any item under marginal costing or under CVP, we have to take one more point into consideration, that is key factor or limiting factor. Key factor or limiting factor. A key or limiting factor is that factor which puts limitation, which puts limits on the production or sales or profit of a business. Okay. Limiting factor may be sales or any factor of production such as material, such as labor, plant capacity, etc. Okay. When there is no limiting factor, a business can produce as much as they can sell. But when there is a shortage of any factor or there is limited market, the decision is to be taken after considering the key factor. It means, suppose you are having machine capacity, suppose you are having labors, but if you are not having raw material in the sufficient manner, in the sufficient quantity, then here the raw material is your limiting factor. Because if there is no raw material is available, then you cannot produce more than the availability of raw material. So raw material is limiting factor. It means we have to consider here what is the limiting factor. Limiting factor may be labor. Suppose you are having sufficient raw material, sufficient machines and all other things, but the skilled labor are not available. Then at such time your production, your output will be limited to the availability of skilled labor. So skilled labor will be the limiting factor. In this way, any factor of production or maybe sales, the limiting factor. In the marginal costing or in CVP analysis, we have to consider first what is the limiting factor and we have to find out the contribution for the limiting factor. We have to find out first contribution for the limiting factor and on the basis of that we will decide. The next part that we have to study here, that is assumptions under the cost to volume profit analysis. These assumptions are very important because unless we assume something we cannot draw the inferences. The CVP analysis is based on the following assumptions. First is fixed cost and variable cost can be separated from the total cost. It means it is possible to divide total cost in two categories only, that is fixed cost and variable cost. Fixed cost and variable cost. Those which are semi-variable or semi-fixed can also be segregated, can also be separated with the greatest accuracy in the fixed cost and variable cost. These are the two types of cost which includes total cost. Okay, by combining which we can get the total cost. It is assumed that the total cost can be divided in two parts, fixed cost and variable cost. It is possible. Okay, the expenses of the overheads which are of semi-variable nature or semi-fixed nature can also be separated with greatest accuracy into parts, that is fixed and variable. Okay, so this is the first assumption in the CVP analysis, that cost can be divided only in the two types of cost, fixed cost and variable cost. Next assumption is fixed cost remains static and marginal cost is perfectly variable at all levels of output or sales. It means fixed cost will not change, fixed cost will remain constant irrespective to the output, but the marginal cost or the variable cost will change according to the volume of production, volume of output. It means in the same proportion the variable cost will increase with the output or production. As the production increases, in the same proportion variable cost will increase. Next is selling price remains constant at all levels of output or sales. It means selling price will not change. If the selling price is changing, then we cannot calculate the contribution or any other factor. Okay, so here it is assumed that selling price will remain same. Price of material labor rates remain constant at all levels of production. Even though the production is changing, the production is increasing or decreasing, the price of material will not change, as well as the labor rates and other overhead rates will not change. Efficiency and productivity of machines and employees remain constant. It is also one more assumption that the efficiency or the productivity of machines as well as labor will remain constant, will remain same. And volume is the only factor affecting cost and profit. No other factor will affect. Only one factor will affect, that is volume, quantity of production. As the quantity of production will increase, the total cost will increase, the variable cost will increase. Okay, this is the only one factor that will affect volume of production. And the volume of production and sales is equal. It means whatever you have produced, you have sold all these units. Okay, so total production as well as sales are equal. What are the advantages of this marginal costing and CVP analysis? There are four advantages. One is cost control, which is very essential, because unless we control the cost, we cannot increase the profit margin. Next is profit planning. We can plan for the profit with the help of various elements or tools of marginal costing, as well as with the help of CVP analysis. You can predict for the profit. Okay. Next is evaluation of performance. By using various elements and tools, we can evaluate the performance of various products, various departments, various cost centers. Okay, as well as the most important advantage of the cost volume profit analysis as well as marginal costing is that it helps for the decision making. It provides a supporting data for the managerial decision making. For example, we can take the decisions regarding the fixation of selling price, make or buy decision, maximization of contribution, prediction of effect of change in selling price. All these decisions can be taken with the help of marginal costing technique. Say for example, we will take first, that is fixation of selling price. Which price should be fixed at the time of routine level, normal level of sales, as well as in the case of depreciation, as well as in the case of boom. You can predict, you can fix the selling price with the help of these marginal costing techniques. In the same way, make or buy decision. Suppose you are producing one commodity which requires two types of produce commodities. You can produce these commodities which is required for your final product, or you can buy ready-made products which is required for your final production. Okay, so which decision is to be taken? Either we have to produce it in our factory, or we can buy it from the other suppliers, ready-made products. That decisions can be taken here with the help of contribution. In the same way, we can take any managerial decision with the help of these marginal costing elements or marginal costing tools. There are some limitations of marginal costing technique or CVP analysis. The very first disadvantage or the limitation of the CVP analysis or marginal costing is that practically it is very difficult to segregate all expenses into fixed and variable category. Total cost cannot be divided very accurately into parts, fixed cost and variable cost. There are some expenses which cannot be segregated, which cannot be defined whether it is fully fixed or whether it is fully variable. Okay, so in practice it is very difficult to categorize the total cost or total overheads in two parts, fixed and variable. Next is the technique considers variable cost and excludes cost related to time. Because of this, suitable comparison of different jobs, departments or products is not possible, because in marginal costing and CVP analysis we consider only the variable cost or marginal cost and we exclude the fixed cost. If we are not considering fixed cost, which is the most important part of the total cost, then automatically the comparison will not be beneficial. As a stock of work in progress or stock of finished goods is valued on the basis of variable cost, the balance sheet will not show the true and fair view of the value of the stock, because fixed cost is excluded here. Next, this technique is not stable for the industries where the period of production is more and value of work in progress is high. An order may be accepted at lower price because we are considering here only the variable cost. But if we accepted the order on the basis of variable cost, it may lead to the general reduction in the selling price. It is assumed that fixed cost remains static and variable cost per unit remains constant, but in practice it is not true. We have assumed here that fixed cost will not change at all, even the volume of production increase. And also we have assumed here that the variable cost per unit will not change, even though the production level is increasing. But in practice it will not happen. The fixed cost may increase. The fixed cost may increase or variable cost per unit will change. Okay, so this is the limitation, and the last limitation is marginal costing does not consider time factor and investment. It is very important. Okay, suppose there are two products which are showing the same contribution. There are two products showing same contribution, but one requires 10 lakhs investments and other product requires 50 lakhs investments. But these 10 lakhs and 50 lakhs are not considered here. Only we are considering contribution. In the same way, we are also not considering the time factor. Suppose there production 15 days and second product requires only suppose 2 days. Here we consider only the contribution. What is the amount of profit, what is the amount of loss, variable cost, etc. But we will not consider time factor. How much time is required to produce the commodity? The produce the product is not considered here. These are the serious limitations of the CVP analysis as well as marginal cost. Okay, friends, do you understand? It is very simple process. Marginal costing and CVP analysis. Okay, thank you.